We strongly condemn the wave of airstrikes and shelling that have killed more than 60 people in Aleppo in just the last 24 hours. We're particularly appalled by an airstrike on an MSF-supported hospital in Aleppo that killed at least 14 patients and 3 doctors, including reportedly one of the last pediatricians in the city.
Can you talk a bit about the Vice President's surprise trip to Baghdad today?
Mm-hmm.
What message?
This attack fits the Assad regime's abhorrent pattern of striking first responders. More than 100 first responders have been killed in action. And many are killed in what are often referred to as double tap strikes. And this is where after a strike has been carried out on a location, forces, including airplanes, will sometimes return to that location after first responders have arrived to try to treat the injured. And another strike is carried out that results in first responders themselves being victims.
President or anybody else as a matter of investigation. Was it, I guess the question essentially...
This does place even more pressure on an already fragile cessation of hostilities. And it's the continued violation of that cessation of hostilities by the Assad regime and supporting forces that is also having a negative impact on the political talks.
Afternoon.
Welcome back.
Thank you. It would certainly appear that that Assad is not showing a willingness to contribute in a constructive way to Plan A, if you will, to the political process. I mean, you have to but assume that when you look at dozens dead and a hospital being bombed. That said, let us also not forget that after the UN Security Council resolution and the Munich meeting, we did get a cessation largely in place.
Lavrov and to Foreign Minister Lavrov and Secretary Kerry.
Sure. So once again, we call on the regime to cease these absolutely senseless attacks, which are, of course, violations of the cessation of hostilities. And we continue to call on and urge Russia to use its influence on the Assad regime to bring these kinds of strikes to an end. Go, Sarah.